welcome. So we are ready. I think Surya, Dr. Surya has not joined. Then people will join in due course of time. So let's not delay the session.
Can we have a group photo in the beginning?
Yes.
Those who all have joined, please.
Yes.
Hello, Deepak sir. Hello, Suresh. Nair sir, please.
Singh sir, are you there?
Singh sir, please. Yes.
सब वीडियो शुरू कर दीजिएगा प्लीज. गांधी सर, कुलदीप, कुमारप्पन सर, प्राची, राजश्री, Lance, yes. So, Abhay sir, Jaya, Kuldeep, if we can have our videos on, so that would be great. Done, Vamsi?
The picture, yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
Pooja ma'am, you will have to give me a heads up so that I'll just move on the slide once we are ready.
Sure, sir. I think we need to wait for another minute.
No, we don't have to wait. Please start immediately. We are lacking. It's exactly 3:12, so we are, delayed by 5-6 minutes. Please start.
Okay. So let's start the valedictory then. A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries present. As per Jim Rohn, if you're not willing to take the risk as usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. We took this risk of going virtual and it was a great success. IEEE Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit 2020 Nagpur had been an event to be remembered for many years. It was a great success with speakers all around the globe. The last 3 days witnessed some great people excelling in academics, industries, entrepreneurs, and wonderful speakers. I, Dr. Pooja Jain, am proud to present its valedictory with a plethora of learned experts. Let's have a look at the summit at a glance through a video prepared by the IEEE ILS team. Manoj sir, can we have the video, please?
Manoj sir, is it on the PPT itself or you'll share the video?
Should I share it? Just give me. Manoj sir, do you have it at your end? Pardon sir, Nancy sir? It's there on the drive. So should I give you the rights? Or I share it?
Yes.
You give me the sharing rights then? It's there on the drive, sir.
Yes, 1 minute.
ILS at a glance.
So, till the time team is working for video, Yeah.
I would request to then meeting we go for the video. I would request Summit co-chair Dr. Amuli Belsare to give her opening remarks.
Yes.
Yes. Good evening, one and all. Thank you, Pooja. A special invitee to the valedictory function, respected Deepak Mathur, Director-elect Region 10 Asia Pacific. Our most valued Dr. Lance Fung, Director-elect Region 10 2021-22 and Chair IEEE Asia Pacific Region Educational Activities Committee 10-19-20 as a special invitee. Professor S.N. Singh, IEEE India Council Chair and Honorable IEEE in guest of honor for today's function, Dr. Suresh, who is the chair of IEEE Bombay section. Today's special guest, Jenifer Castillo, IEEE Region 9 Secretary 2021, IEEE WIE Committee Member at Large, Mr. Girish Khilari, Chair Pune section, and Dr. Rajeshri Jain, Vice Chair Student Activities IEEE India Council. Mrs. Aruna M. Katara, President, Hope Foundation and Research Center, and the person behind this wonderful 3-day IEEE Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit 20 Nagpur, the magnificent Dr. Preeti Bajaj, Chair ILS 2020, distinguished guest, panelists, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, one and all. I'm so excited to see you all again here in the most awaited closing ceremony of ILS 2020. We had an amazing weekend together during the summit. Welcome, everyone. It's with tremendous pleasure that I, Dr. Amuli Belsare, co-chair ILS 2020 Nagpur, welcome you all to the valedictory function of these 3 days IEEE WIE ILS 20 at Nagpur. We, the team ILS 20 Nagpur, bonded from IEEE industry, academia, and entrepreneurs. This particular passion would flourish all of us with great experiences and motivation. Thank you all for gracing the occasion and sparing your valuable time with us today, even on this Sunday. Now, I request a dynamic and energetic Dr. Preeti Bajaj, Summit Chair, to share with us with the Summit overview. Over to you, ma'am.
So, Vamsi, can we have a video for glimpses?
Yes, ma'am. Manoj sir. Manoj sir, can you please? Yeah.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you so much. सामने हो मंजिल तो रास्ता न मोड़ना, जो भी हो मन में वो सपना न तोड़ना, कदम कदम पर मिलेगी मुश्किलें आपको, कदम कदम पर मिलेगी मुश्किलें आपको, बस सितारे चुनने के लिए जमी मत छोड़ना. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of organizing team of ILS WI 2020 from Nagpur subsection and India Council, once again I welcome you all. Thank you so much, Deepak sir, for joining as a special invitee. Lance, thank you so much. Professor Singh, Chair, India Council and Honorary Chair of this summit. Jenifer, Dr. Suresh Nair, Chief Guest for this summit. Thank you, sir, for sparing your precious time. Dr. Surya, for sparing your precious time, and Pune section team for having Hope Awards scheduled along with this valedictory session. Let me present before you as an organizing chair the overview. Although the movie has, has depicted the gravity of the event. We tried, it was a small attempt from Nagpur subsection to submit the proposal for ILS. And then we thought of to have 8-10 good talks and engagement, some events which can engage the students community at Nagpur and face-to-face. And because of this epidemic, finally we have to take a call to shift this or to have the summit in 2020 itself. With the Nagpur team's support and motivation from all over, we decided that the meet is going to be in 2020. It doesn't matter, it is going to be virtual. Although we understand in this difficult time, now everyone is saturated with the online events. But still, we tried our best to give the best of best speakers from India and abroad to everyone. So in all, around 65 sessions were planned, 65 talks were planned, and amongst that, I'm proud to say only 2 because of 11th hour, some issues were there and we could not have it, but 63 talks, including the talks which are going to be in this valedictory, have taken place. It started with day 1, wherein we have pre-conference tutorial, pre-summit tutorial by IBM, and then inauguration followed by 2 keynote. We tried that we have frugal innovation, inclusive sessions, frugal innovations by Dr. Prahlad on day 2 with inclusiveness on inclusiveness journey. So by Mr. Priyank Patel. By Mr. Priyank Patel, who is the founder of Nukkad, the Tife, and the Jazba, the passion. He has presented wonderful session wherein the youth of 32 years, and when he started, probably he was of 25. How you can consider a social enterprise, how you conceive the idea, and how you can take up that as a business as well, and elevate the particular section of the society, and followed by the panel discussion. So in all, we had 3 panel discussions. Then a lady, Mathur Jiskar, on day 2 itself in the second half, the girl who was just of 16 and thought of to take up the challenge and then project which her late father dreamed for, how to start young and then make a difference. So the session was Mathur Jiskar. Then the session on research by Takako, Vishwanathan Iyer, the Vice President of Architecture by Cisco, and then Renu Rajani, the Vice President of Bank of America. Sessions were all amazing. The second track, which was on empowerment by Shweta Kulkarni, the Fellow of Royal Astronomical Society, the First Lady from India, and especially from the Maharashtra. Reena Dayal, the Director Garage Microsoft India. Virja Bajaj, founder Virja Live, who was from fashion industry. And then Sukanya, the Global Head Delivery Governance for TCS. The sessions were power talks and best of their in their own domain. the panel discussion on rethinking work, flexibility and engagement. Although the same discussion is going on everywhere nowadays, how is going to be the new normal? Is it going to be changed? So the wonderful session by all IEEE stalwarts, right from Norliza, Zoena, Kranti, Anita Ranjan, who is CEO of and Vice President of Tata Community Initiatives, Prerna, Dr. Prerna Arvind, who is past chair of Nagpur subsection, and then Dr. Pooja Jain for WIE, Vice Chair WIE Nagpur subsection. And the third day. Today was again, we have marked our presence, and this was by that we had talked by Ramanathan, the mission man of the country, the the director of Atal Innovation India. The second talk again by Rajiv Kher, who worked on, who expressed his, who has shown wonderful video and the work done in the area of sanitation. So we tried our best to take the audience to fashion industry, sanitation, energy, biotechnology, creating ecosystem for innovation, the leadership, about the career counseling, and how to be unique in your own domain. Some projects on like Vasudev Mishra, who's the Ashoka change maker. So he has the social venture Silai Gram. He has presented the Mrs. Rekha Borkar. So we try to create inspiring stories before the audience, so that doesn't matter you are engineer or not, but then even if you are engineer, but then you can choose a field from any one of these, and your inspiration and role model could be from can be anyone. Jingdong session, and then Dr. Elisa's session. Ashish Nowade, who is on the environment. So we tried to cover environment, energy, biotechnology. And then finally, the last track was by Sangeeta Yadav, co-founder on Portflip Ventures. And then we had Deepali Tehran, who is general manager of Intel, the dream company for everyone. And she has presented her story. Dr. Aishwarya Bandala, the head from the translational core, and who is a researcher from National University Singapore, and the last one was Mrs. Burkar. So that's for last three days. We have organized wonderful session. As an organizing chair, I would like to thank India Council. I would like to thank Deepak sir, Lance, Suresh Nair sir, Shivaji sir, Singh sir, the IC Exicom, Professor Jadeja, Nagpur subsection team, Ranjit, Arvind, Kuldeep, and Bombay section, Dr. Surya, Mr. Puneet, and everyone, Rajeshri, Dr. Prerna, Dr. Ashish, and Girish, all three sections, last section who have joined the hand, everyone, and my co-chairs for putting their efforts day and night, and the SAC team for having executing this event, which is really has created history in its Nagpur subsection, and even according to me, for the council as well, because council has first time organized this ILS. So thank you so much for giving me opportunity, and the special thanks goes to WI Global as well. So thank you for giving us opportunity. We tried this was a small attempt, and I'm sure many more events would come in this. Over to you, Pooja. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the detailed summary. The 3 days journey was really amazing. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have with us an excellent professor, the guest of honor, Dr. Suryanarayan Dula, who is the chair IEEE Bombay section. He is currently professor at the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, where he teaches and directs research in power electronics and power systems as a faculty member of the Energy Science and Engineering Department. Over to you, Dula sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jain. And I would like to thank once again Dr. Bajaj for actually inviting me for this valedictory session. I think she has summarized the whole program in a nutshell in a couple of minutes. But I think this summary should actually go on for the next couple of years, and then we should somehow figure out a way to continue this event. it should not just stop with only one series. It should be beginning of a very good series. And none of us are very sure what is actually going to happen next year. But I think we should try and do it an in-person event at this scale. And it has to be an event definitely anchored by India Council, and most of the sections should actually join their hands and do it at a really mega scale. Okay, because I have attended some of the sessions which were organized. I think they're really amazing. So I don't think it is actually possible without Dr. Bajaj's pushing into many of the organizing teams and making it happen. One good thing I would, if at all there is any good thing that had happened due to COVID, is we're able to get a large number of speakers onto one dais because it's a virtual event. But the second part of that is actually we're able to record everything. Once we record an event, it's an archival value. We have to figure out a way to actually capture these and save them forever. Because the talks which people have given are, as I said before, they're amazing. And there will be a lot of learning for actually people. Maybe we should actually have a repository somewhere on India Council website or Bombay section website or some website where this particular event is actually captured, because this is a very, very unique event where people are not talking about actually publishing, people are talking about applications. What is actually going into the field, starting from technology innovation, invention, okay, to their field experiences. So I have thoroughly enjoyed some of the sessions. Without much ado, I would like to thank once again Dr. Bajaj and her team and congratulate the whole team for this. Thank you very much. Over to you, Dr. Jain.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, please accept this memento, Vamsi sir. So please accept this memento as a token of gratitude and appreciation from the entire team.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your golden words. Now I would request Professor Singh, IEEE India Council Chair, Special Invitee and Honorary Chair of the Summit, to give his address. He is a brilliant, hardcore researcher in the field of energy systems. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. And first of all, I'd like to welcome and thanks our two foreign special invitee, Jenifer and the Launch Fund, and the many ATEN as well as the IC Council members for this very wonderful event. And I fortunate enough to just listen few of the programs because it was not possible to see from morning to evening, but programs were so packed and neck to neck. And already Professor Bajaj told that there was 65 to 66 people were just giving and sharing this lesson. Few things I also observed, I attended one of the sessions where all these big ladies were sharing their experience. No doubt last one was also shared by one of the person who said a lot of things he did, but the others also I discussed, and they share very memorable, basically I can say, their feeling, and I'm sure our many ladies and also the gents, those who attended, they will give the message to their children, and also it will be very, very useful for their life. Here already this Dola told, I think it is in everyone's mind that this should not be the one event, it should continue the event. And we should have the regular event in the various sections or subsections in India councils, and people should own it. And we can go in the same magnitude. So certainly I'm sure this IEEE, the mission and vision will be achieved. Just I can tell you, I'm also INE fellow and this committee selections where we make the fellows of INE in electrical engineering. And I'm searching the omens for this, for making the academy fellowship. And as you know, it is no nomination, nothing. Nominations are there, but no membership, nothing. And a lot of privileges there. It is basically sponsored by Government of India, that is the DST. In that, it's very hard to find even the ladies in the electrical engineering. So far, I found only the 2 ladies are there in my whole 60 teams of the fellows. So this type of events, if they're coming, we can very easily, find a lot of people I can see and I can found. They are doing tremendous work in their area and they can be elevated for the fellows in the INE as well. Of course, IEEE is another platform where they can be made the fellows. Here, I thanks, as you know, the India Council is normally it is a coordinating body and trying to take all the sections together. And in this, no doubt only 3 sections supported, it is immaterial. But you can see in whole inaugural and the various level of programs and also in this valedictory, I can see many our this ExCom members are on live and they are listening. So that is the beauty of the India Cultural Route, that this is how coherence and how it is moving in its mission and in the positive direction. So no doubt, thanks to our the past IC chairs, they have taken in the right shape and it is moving in the right shape. And already this basically valedictory section is the chief guest, our Suresh Nair, who will be leading from 21-22 for this India Council chair, and he will try, certainly he will in address, I'm sure he will try, and he will try to take these type of events in the future as well, so that we can really connect, support, and inspire. The whole program started with the Ignite. I can say that the Ignite by the inaugural. In the whole the 3 days, I found that people were engaged. Although engaged word is the last, but I can say engaged word in between for 3 days. And last is that is the inspiration, that inspire. And I believe those have attended, those are basically will weaving. I'm sure they will be inspired by this whole event, and also by the many this stalwarts they were talking. I can say very simple how they started their journey with the 5,000 rupees. Just like you can see this Narayan Murthy and his wife, they started with 10,000 Infosys. Similarly, many ladies in the other area, no doubt it was engineering, but it was a different area, and they started and they have achieved at a very high value. And that is basically that is the needed of our country. So I wish that whole this program should also continue in the future as well at the various locations, and the people should come forward with the various section and subsection. I appeal, because many of our ExCom members are attending, and also the future IC chair is also there. So it is basically we have to go, and we should not stop. We should have a regular event like we are having IndyCon and IndusCon. It should be also having some event. So with this, I welcome you all, and I thank the Preeti Bajaj, because I should not miss her name, and also many other ladies, those are just giving shoulder to her to take this event in these 3 days. Really, it is wonderful. It is not that I'm on the chair and I'm explaining all these things. Really, I attended many other things. Even though from morning I was listening all the programs while doing some other work. So thank you Nagpur section, thank you other sections and all the people those are engaged for making this event a grand success. Simply, I can say it is a great. Thank you. Cheers, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspirational and supporting words. Thank you so much. Sir, please accept token of gratitude from our end, from the entire team, and your support is unparalleled. Thank you so much, sir, for the entire support that India Council has given. Thank you so much.
It is my pleasure, sir. Thank you very much.
Next, I would invite Mr. Deepak Mathur, Special Invitee, Director-elect, Region 10, 2019, to put forward his concluding remarks for ILS 2020. A very well-known face of India, which is glorified across the globe for his IEEE activities. He is the person behind the success of this ILS meet. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja. Thank you very much. Our esteemed colleagues and their volunteers. It gives me really immense pleasure that I'm part of this great event. And I thank each one of you for inviting me and providing me an opportunity to be part of this summit. We always tell while motivating others that dream big, dream bold, but you have exhibited this by organizing this wonderful international event. In fact, we have witnessed a very effective and vibrant virtual summit in these 3 days. So the technology was leveraged very efficiently in this event, and you all have truly made this ILS momentous. Many congratulations to you, ILS team and Nagpur subsection for this the hard work and making this a reality in this pandemic time. So the speakers are really very vital because they make significant impact on any event. And this event was really blessed with very good speakers. And your efforts are acknowledged and appreciated for selection of topic, which were very relevant, well thought, and whole event was nicely planned and well executed. The stories and works shared by our speakers, as Dr. Preeti Bajaj told, there were somewhere around 65 speakers. So I understand there will be around 65 stories. So the stories shared by speakers were very inspiring and engaging, and I'm sure inspirations coming from such talks must have been captured well by our participants, and such stories would have also ignited them. So many valuable lessons coming from our leaders and experienced speakers will be a treasure, which we would like to keep, and many of us will be bringing that into practice. So nothing can hold us back when we just make our mind and decide something. And I appreciate the efforts put forth by ILS team. They worked hard. They worked with lots of passion to convert an in-person event to a virtual event. It requires really vision and commitment, both. I'm sure at the end, you will be enjoying the journey which you have traversed. And these stories you will be sharing in future, how during COVID, you kept events going and you kept members engaged. And it reminds me, in fact, it reinforces in me after seeing this WIILS that IEEE is member-centric and volunteer-driven organization. It was reflected really very well in this particular ILS. So you passionate and dedicated volunteers surely need applause, and your efforts should be applauded. Organizing a virtual event of this magnitude where a participation and the speakers are from all around the world is not easy. So after the event, when you will look back, you will have satisfaction that you gave best, and consequently best will come to you probably in the form of fulfilling experience in enriching opportunities. Everybody spoke about the collaboration. The collaboration is really very important and plays significant role in building a team, and that leads to success. So it is good to see that three sections came forward and made this event special. I wish that next ILS will be an in-person event, as everybody told, and having collaboration with more sections. So yesterday I was speaking to Vamsi, and he was all praised to the leadership of ILS for their valuable and participative guidance. And he also praised all team members for their hard work and narrated how they have worked day and night in delivering such a remarkable performance. Yes, virtual events demand more efforts. So I would like to request Vamsi and Dr. Amuli also that please post pictures of all volunteers associated with this event. It would be better if you do this in a single frame. So once again, I applaud and I congratulate efforts of all volunteers for a successful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll definitely do that and have a pick of all the volunteers. And very rightly said, sir, each and every story was so inspirational that cannot be expressed in words. Sir, please accept this e-memento from the entire team of WIEILS. Thank you so much for your unconditional support.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja. I'm
And
really
sir,
grateful to you.
Without your support and guidance at every minute, it would not have been possible. Thank you so much for being there at advisory and for minute observations as well. We committed many mistakes as well. So on behalf of team, I forgotten to say I apologize for any mistakes on behalf of team, because as a team leader, I need to do that. But
No, madam, it was an excellent event, and it was pleasure and honor on my part to be the part of this particular event. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Next, it's my honor to introduce Dr. Fung, Director-elect Region 10, 2021-22, and Chair IEEE Asia Pacific Region Educational Activities Committee R10, 2019-20. Emeritus Professor Chun Chi Lance Fung was trained and worked as a marine radio and electronic officer in Hong Kong during the 70s. He graduated with a BSc degree with first-class honors and M engineering degree from the University of Wales in the early 80s. His PhD degree was awarded by the University of Western Australia. His roles have included Associate Dean of Research, Postgraduate Research Director, and Director of the Center for Enterprise Collaborative Innovation Systems. We are very glad to have you here, sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Over to you, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, and thank you very much for the introduction. May I share my screen now? Can you allow me to have the sharing privilege?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Dr. Manoj, can you please pass on the presenter role?
Okay. Just let me share my screen. So are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Let's
Okay,
see
so
it.
if that is the case, I take away my video so I can concentrate on the screen. Okay, once
Sure.
again, thank you very much, for the invitation and introduction. And I must say that, all my previous speakers has already, highlighted all the excellence or success of the event. And I also take this opportunity, to thank you, Dr. Preeti Vaja. And I must also mention that she is going to be the next Region 10 Educational Activities Committee Chair. So I believe that she is going to take the activities within the region to a higher level. And I also thank you for the invitations and also acknowledge the Dr. Dula, the chair of the Bombay section, Professor S.N. Singh, the chair of the Indian Council. And I have the pleasure of working with him in 2018 under the Conference Quality and Management Committee. And of course, with Mr. Deepak, director-elect for Region 10, and he's going to be the director for the next 2 years. And I have known Deepak for many years, and he's truly a man I inspire and also admire, and I really honor with the pleasure of working with him. And I also acknowledge Dr. Suresh, the chair-elect of Indian Council. And for today's topic, I have used the theme of your events, Ignite, Inspire, and Engage. And I must say that you have done so much in these 3 days, and I believe all the participants have truly benefit. I have taken a look at the website. As you can see that, this is the event that you have organized. But more importantly, that you have your mission is to facilitate the recruitment and retention of women in the technical disciplines globally, and envision a vibrant community of IEEE women and men collectively, while using the diverse talents to innovate for the benefit of humanity. We believe in improving diversity in the workplace and ensuring inclusion. So I truly believe that what you have done in these 3 days, with all the talks and the inspiration, that you really empower the participants. And not only just for those who had attended these 3 days, but it has also been mentioned earlier on that you have your recording, and this is going to be a record. It's going to be a benefit for many members and even non-members for the days to come as well. Well, as you mentioned already about the events and also about the speakers, it's really amazing that we have been talking about the COVID-19. It's really a challenge for all over the world. But nevertheless, we see that this is a wonderful opportunity that we also allowed so many of the collaboration and events being held virtually all over the world with participants from all over the world as well. And I believe that it's going to give us a new dimension of reaching out to the community and cooperate and collaborate with one another. Well, in terms of the talk, I attended the first day, and I remember that this is one of the slides that have been shared on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And since my role, for these 2 years have been the Region 10 Educational Activities Committee, so I cannot really emphasize enough really the importance of the goals, number 4, which is the quality education. And let's take a look a little bit more closer. What is this goal of quality education is all about? Well, the overarching goal is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. And I can see that, in one of the missions you have mentioned about the equipping, the men and women, in IEEE, and really I see that you're achieving that. And we look in the details, of the targets, within this goal, they have around 10 targets. I just very briefly, quickly go through it. By 2030, ensure that all girls and boys will complete the free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education leading to relevant and effective learning outcomes. By 2030, ensure that all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development, care, and primary education so that they are ready for primary education. By 2030, ensure equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education, including university. So obviously, you can see that IEEE will have a major role to play in here. By 2030, substantially increase the number of youth and adults who have relevant skills, including technical and vocational skills for employment, decent job, and entrepreneurship. So I have here, the stories that some of the speakers, and also taking a look at the programs, at the panel discussion, then really, again, you can see you're achieving this already. By 2030, eliminate the gender disparity in education and ensure equal access to all levels of education and vocational training for the vulnerable, including persons with disabilities, indigenous people, and children in vulnerable situations. By 2030, ensure that all youth and a substantial proportion of adults, both men and women, achieve literacy and numeracy. Well, by 2030, ensure that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development, including, among others, through education for sustainable development and sustainable lifestyles, human rights, gender equality, promotion of a culture of peace and nonviolence, a global citizenship, and appreciation of the cultural diversity of cultures' contributions to sustainable development. Build and upgrade education facilities that are child, disability and gender sensitive and provide safe and non-violent, inclusive and effective learning environments for all. And by 2020, substantially expand globally the number of scholarships available to developing countries, in particular least developed countries, small islands, developing states, and African countries, for enrollment in higher education, including vocational training and information and communication technology, technical engineering and scientific programs in developed countries and other developing countries. By 2030, will substantially increase the number, the supply of qualified teachers, including through international cooperation of teacher training in developing countries, especially least developed countries and small islands developed states. So it seems quite a lot for these 10 targets. But if any one of you has been involved with IEEE, and I believe that you are aware of the strategic plan of the IEEE 2020 to 2025, well, as you can see that, 5 of these major objectives, the first one, one of it is to be a trusted source of educational services and resources to support lifelong learning. So you can see that it's the alignment, and the fulfillment of the UN Sustainable Development Goals to enhance public understanding of engineering and technology and pursue standards for their practical application. You have just seen as well all your examples and all your stories that you'll be sharing with the people in events, and provide opportunities for career and professional development to drive global innovations through broad collaborations and the sharing of knowledge, to inspire a worldwide audience by building communities that advance technical interests, inform public policies, and expand knowledge for the benefits of humanity. So you can see that, our IEEE strategic plan is really closely aligned to the most of the targets within the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And this is where the IEEE educational activities come in. And this is the one that I have the honor and the pleasure to be involved within the region and also on the Education Activities Board as well. IEEE see that education is really for the whole cycle of the individuals, not only just simply within the time within the schools. It's really go all the ways from the pre-primary to university, pre-university, university, young professionals, advanced and mid-career professionals, and even for the life members, for the retirees like me. We do see that education is a lifelong journey. And IEEE Education Activities Board will focus on 3 main areas: pre-university activities, university activities, and continuing educations. Well, of course, with limited time, that I'm not able to share every one of these, but I do believe that most of you have been involved, and I've been sharing in many occasions on all these services and resources available from IEEE. And some of the things I would like to draw the attention of the audience, if you haven't been using it, is that one of the main one is been rolled out since last year is the IEEE Learning Network, ILN. As you can see that, it has been growing. Within 1 year, that we have over 68,000 users, visits, and then also a lot of the 5,700 users, and also the contents have been growing. And the contents have been partnered and supplied within IEEE, with different organizational units, like the chapters, like the societies, like the councils and the boards, etc. And also, that we have the video on demand. In particular, since the beginning of the COVID-19 and the earlier this year, a lot of these free webinars and also talks have been made available. So I strongly encourage the participants to take a good look at that. They are talks on different topics. It can be technical topics. It could be on the career path and distant learning, helping the facilities, the faculty members, and helping the students. And also for us in Region 10, we have a lot of countries whereby English is not the national language. So or maybe where this is not the mother tongues. So this is where, well, the use of language, we can see that the IEEE provided service. Well, we have the English for technical professionals. So this is the version 2 of the earlier ones, English for engineering. And it's launched in the June 2020. It provides a non-native English speaker with a working knowledge of English techniques and vocabulary, where they're essential for working in today's technical workplace. So you can see that these are quite useful resources to equip our members to achieve objectives. But some others like the EPICs, called the engineering projects, in community service, again, I believe that some of these projects is also happening within India. Now, more importantly, looking in the pre-universities, arena, we have the Try Engineering. We do see that this is a very important tool for us to reach out to the pre-universities community, whereby is able to inspire the engineers of tomorrow. You can provide the lesson plans, or provide the case studies, and how the engineers have been changing the community and also bringing the benefits. And then also there are courses that are being available. And there are resources both for the students and for the teachers. And this is one of the key service and products IEEE provide. And also more importantly, since early this year, we also launched with a project called the Reaching Locals. And Try Engineering is now partnered with the Google Translate, where we provide the translation to a lot of languages. I do understand in India you have 22 official language under the different provinces, etc. So I believe a lot of these are also made available. Although we do recognize that it is not really perfect at this moment of time, but we do encourage the volunteers to be involved. So you can see that IEEE, we have a lot of these resources available. And interestingly, just 2 days ago, I received one of these messages, which I received from my WhatsApp. And I'm going to take out some of these key points in here. Well, this one was sent out on the 4th of November. Well, you say that without inspiration, the best powers of the mind remain dormant. And there's a few in us which needs to be ignited with sparks. And life consists not in holding good cards, but in playing those you hold well. And I can see that this is truly reflect on what you have achieved within these 3 days of your conference. And then you have provided the inspiration by all the different speakers, sharing of the stories. And also, we talked about the fields. Well, I strongly believe that IEEE, we are knowledge society. Our asset is in our knowledge. And the educational resources is a field that we are able to provide. We provide for the benefit of the humanity. But I'm going to highlight the word spark later on. And really, life consists not only just holding the good cards. It's not only just for ourselves, but really we should really share it and help others as well. Then, I just looking at what I share with you, that the IEEE strategic plans and also the UN development goals is on quality education. I really see that these are two go hand in hand. But where is the spark? Because for ignition, you really need to have the fuel, you have the oxygen, but more importantly, you need the spark for the ignition that comes. So I have used, I believe the spark is really come from the members, the volunteers. And in particular, the women engineering. You play such an important role in the society. So I take the opportunities to take a look at the spark. I just expand a little bit further for the characteristic for the successful IEEE volunteering. I believe the event is not the end, but rather this is the beginning. And then I also heard that I mentioned a couple of times that to really encourage this event is going to be continued. And more importantly, for the participants, you have attended or you listened to all the talks in these few days, but really it's not just simply putting it to yourself, but you should really spread it out. Then how are you going to spread it out? I believe that each of these 5 letters will have this particular meaning. S, I believe, is sincerity. Sincere is a very interesting word. You really go back, with the meaning no vex. So what does it mean by no vex? You really, the word means that, go back to the time when marble of statues was really some of the commodity. And when people try to make it look better by putting wax on it. So when people asking for sincerity, it really means that, okay, there's no wax. So it means that you really need, to have, this sincerity, that you need to be, wholeheartedly, you be heartfelt, you need to be, genuine in the feeling. And I believe for volunteering, we need to provide, to be genuine for whatever we're doing. you really have to wholeheartedly and reserve without reservation and for what we have provide to the others. The P I stand for passion. Well, I'm going to use the same acronyms that have been shared by Mary Randall earlier on, 2 days ago. Well, if I just refresh your memory, well, P stand for persuasions, A, articulate your goals, S for show by examples, S for structure a plan, I for involve others, O for owning the outcomes, N for nurtures and train. And I believe that this is really all linked up to all you have within the theme of the engagement. Well, you have the inspirations, and then you really need to work with the volunteers, leaders. You work with others, and this comes to the word A, acknowledge. We really need to acknowledge the work of our volunteers. And I strongly see that you have already done this in every time that I can see you sharing, you acknowledge other people who have been with your team. And I believe it is very important for us as volunteers. Well, not only take all the credit by oneself, but really we have to see that it's a group effort. It's everyone putting a part into the team. And also I have to see is we also need to be resourceful as well for our. And no doubt on one hand, IEEE is doing a lot of providing the services and the products. Well, use a try engineering with all the video on demand. But nevertheless, this is not everything. IEEE cannot do everything. Well, so many times we have in some open, public events, we've been asked, okay, IEEE, what can you do this, what can you do that? I do believe that, yes, to a certain extent, we try our best, but nevertheless, we cannot be the answer to everything. I believe that, we may face a global problem, but I do believe, the solutions lies locally, okay? So I believe that everyone have a part to play, that you can be resourceful within, among yourself, that you're able to provide a solution to meeting the needs of the local communities. And also finish with the word K for kindness. I believe this is also very important. No doubt on one hand, we have our sincerity, at the beginning. But then again, sometimes we need to be careful that just simply thinking that I'm doing the right thing is not good, is sufficient. Because we need to be kind to one another. Well, bear in mind that we are all volunteers. Well, I have seen that some leaders, sometimes they take the position maybe too seriously. Well, they think that, they're just simply the chair, or they're doing a certain position, they get all the people around. But that's not happening. It shouldn't be the case as well. We should be respecting one another. Well, the kindness is this, I look at the definition, you see the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. And I believe that all us as volunteers, we all have our families, our own personal priorities, our personal challenges as well. Well, we also need to be understanding of one another. And I believe that being for successful volunteers and successful leaders, the kindness aspect is very important. We really need to be acknowledging others. We need to be helping one another. We need to be kind to one another. And let me finish off with the last slide. And this is the song, actually, quite some time ago now. I think this song is being written in 1976. And I just thinking of the beginning of it. It says that it only takes a spark to get a fire going. And soon all those around can warm up in this glowing. So I believe it's really quite appropriate. It's linked up to what you have in your very successful event for these 3 days. Well, you talk about the inspire. Well, you're talking about the engagement. But really, you need the spark. Who are the spark? You, every one of you is a volunteer in IEEE. Well, as a leader, you're able to do this as well. So I finish off with my sharing now. And thank you so much again for your time. And thank you so much. And I'm going to stop my sharing now. I'll pass it back to you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir, for the insightful address. The English project would be really useful for the people of India. Try engineering would be very useful for the children throughout the world. It was really a very wonderful lecture. I particularly loved the quote, "Without inspiration, the powers of the mind remain dormant." Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Suresh Nair, IEEE India Council Chair-elect and today's chief guest, to say a few words. He is a visionary PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, founder and managing director, Biophoton Technologies Private Limited, founder
Pooja
and
ma'am,
managing
1 minute.
Yeah.
Pooja ma'am. Yes. Preeti ma'am, you're on mute.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah, so sorry I missed it. I'm really sorry for this. Fung sir, so please accept this a token of appreciation from the entire team. So please accept this a token of appreciation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I missed it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Suresh Nair, sir.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
continuing his introduction, he is the founder and managing director of various companies: Biophoton Technologies Private Limited, InnoBreeze Communications Technologies. He's the Chief Technology Officer, SFO Technologies. He has been conferred with many awards, including IEEE Outstanding Researcher Award, DST Lockheed Martin Award 2014 for the top innovation as ranked #1 in India, BV Baliga Award, IEEE Award, to just name a few. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pooja. So good evening to all of you, and I'm audible, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So respected dignitaries, fellow volunteers, very good evening to all of you. And this IEEE Women in Engineering, we lovingly call it as V leadership program organized by IEEE Nagpur subsection under IEEE Bombay section with the guidance of IEEE India Council is now coming to a successful closure. I feel very honored and privileged to be present today at this valedictory function along with my leaders. I think a lot many leaders are here. Professor Fung, Deepak Mathurji, Professor Singh, I think Professor Shivaji Chakravarti, Dr. Surya, Professor Preeti Bajaj, and lot many esteemed India Council Executive members are there. So today is a special day for women across the globe. I think you might have heard Kamala Harris becoming the first woman vice president-elect of United States of America now. On this VLS program, special thanks to Dr. Preeti ma'am for orchestrating this event remotely and including me in this program. It's really a giant event filled with series of talks. I heard, I think around 63 talks were there by eminent personalities. I could attend one or two, and they were really wonderful. My humble appreciations to every team member who toiled towards the execution under Amoli, Belsari, Pooja Jain, and lot many, I think, people are behind this one. Let me read out a small write-up I made about a woman in my life. Normally, I do not show my appreciation to this woman on her hard work, even though I receive very high praises from her quite often. Some things are perhaps very difficult to express in words. She can multitask quite effectively, like in the kitchen where she makes dosa, chutney, boils milk, boils egg, etc., all at the same time, very efficiently. I tried this one. I can barely do one thing at a time. Sometimes she gets some urgent phone call from the hospital where she works, which results in the dosa being slightly charred. I use these rare instances very effectively in blaming her for lack of concentration. I have often observed how daring and forthright she is. I usually take a back seat in such situation and justify saying that I am being polite and patient. But the fact remains, she gets the job done when she charges ahead with full daring. She often thinks I am being unsupportive and negative when I stay out. I do not feel bad at all in such instances. Probably a good idea not to pour more oil over the flames. I travel quite a bit, and now, due to the ongoing pandemic, I am staying at home with absolutely no travel. When I lie down on the sofa, she says to consider this as my business class trip and sleep comfortably. She is so happy that I am at home, but I am more worried on how my work will get done. She often talks about the difficulties in the government medical college she works in, and how challenging it is to have enough hospital beds, ventilators, and other safety equipment for the COVID-19 patients and the caregivers. She talks very highly of her colleagues in every point in our discussions. She is not only the superintendent of the medical college, along with being an established ENT surgeon too. She has worked above and beyond during crisis situations like the Nipah virus, bird flu, and now the COVID-19. She is always on the go and managing essential services like ambulances, duty rosters, issues by doctors and other healthcare staff, and even managing the media quite tactfully. The model followed by her hospital in the state has been well recognized across the globe on how efficiently and effectively it has handled the various public health crises. Even at night, I see how passionate she is towards her duties, and it has been quite a while since she has got some sound sleep. I would never have been able to do what she does, and still she manages to make my breakfast, pack my lunch whenever I go to office, and make sure that the dinner is ready when I get back home. She even finds time to talk to our son who is based in the US daily, and also our would-be daughter-in-law who is also in US. She is also the family doctor to almost all our relatives and have helped everyone we know in their times of need. By now, I think you know whom I am talking about, my wife. I told my story because, that was very well professionally fitting to any woman professional. Now I can imagine every member, in general, women professionals in this place. So I call all of them true superwomen. So all superwomen, I salute each one of you. Keep up the good work. My sincere appreciation to all the volunteers to make this event happen. And thanks to all participants to take time out and attend. We look towards very vibrant activities in the coming years under India Council to humbly seek your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was wonderful, and really, I could visualize ma'am and her schedule as well. Very nicely narrated. It was for all of us.
Yeah, so all are doing same thing. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Pooja? Dr. Pooja?
Yes, now it is right. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for the beautiful address. It's really nice to see the husbands praising their wives. Women are worth each and every word you spoke. They are more multitasking and multi-programming than the most powerful processors. Thank you so much, sir. I would really request you to please take this gratitude, e-memento, as a token of our gratitude and appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate
Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Keeping this quote of Winston Churchill in mind, we strive to be as flawless as possible. Now I would request IEEE Pune section. Before then that, I think Preeti ma'am, can you please take over for the course team members?
Yes. So, good evening, everyone. I thought of, before we hand over this session to Pune section for Hope Awards, let me take a few moments and acknowledge the team who have worked day night. Although many must be missed, but then a few acknowledgement I must do before we conclude. So the first one goes to none other than Dr. Amoli Belsare. So this is a small memento, Amoli, from organizing team for your amazing work. Day night, everyone knows about you. So amazing work. Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you so much.
And this is just beginning, and I'm sure many more you will do. The second, it goes to the SAC team leader, Dr. Prachi Fatsorkar. So Dr. Prachi, thank you. Wonderful job you have done along with your team, and everyone has supported day night. Prachi. And the next, it goes to Dr. Pooja. Dr. Wonderful support in terms of resources, in terms of all organization points and time which you have spent in spite of the busy schedule. Thank you. It was wonderful to work with you. And the next is, it goes to, yes, this is again, along with Amoli, I would say, for last 10 months, who has worked day night strategy, none other than Vamsi. Vamsi, it was good to work with you after years. It was really good, and I'm sure this is just a beginning, and many more will see. So thank you for being there. And next is to Ravi. Ravi, thank you. The kind of speakers you have brought into this track for entrepreneurship and proactiveness, all these. So you are the memento which you have designed and conceived, this is to you as well. Thank you for being there, and all support, all social media branding. Nobody can do it's unparalleled the way you have done and taken up this. Thank you. Thank you for wonderful support. The next goes to Dr. Manoj. So thank you, Manoj. Although you have not been member of IEEE, but the support which you have extended for last 1 month was amazing for everything and anything. So minute to minute, and then late evenings, and then almost 24 hours you have worked for that. Thank you for being there for all the support. So this is
now it's
And this is from us to you.
of this.
So this
From
was
all
not
of us.
I would
This is
extend this
from
to
all of us.
this is I would extend to all my Nagpur subsection team those who have been behind this. So this is I wanted to share this with Ranjit, Arvind, Kuldeep, all Nagpur subsection team members who have joined and then worked really hard and supported us. Thank you. And over to now Pooja.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the entire support. This would have not been possible without you, Preeti, ma'am. And I've worked for the first time with you, and it was really a pleasure working with you, ma'am. Now I would request IEEE Pune section for the Shri Prahlad P. Chhabria Award ceremony. We are happy to have with us Dr. S.N. Singh, Chair IEEE IC, Mrs. Aruna M. Katara, President Home Foundation and Research Center, Mr. Girish Kelari, Chair Pune Section, and Dr. Rajshri Jain, Vice Chair, Student Activities IEEE India Council. I will hand over the session to Rajshri ma'am. Please take over. Vamsi sir, please make her the presenter.
Manoj
Good
sir,
evening. May I say? Yes. Vamsi, can you confirm my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is, ma'am.
Good evening, one and all my respected colleagues at IEEE India Council, IEEE Region 10, and other sections. This is indeed an honor to take away some small amount of time after the successful organization of Women in Engineering International Leadership. And what a coincidence, I would say, because we could hear almost 50 plus success stories, and adding to those success stories, so few more are coming up here, and it is very coincident considering the kind of guidance we have received last IEEE India Council, including Preeti ma'am and Shivaji sir. So, ma'am, under your guidance, we have had actually signed this, Preeti ma'am, under your guidance and other executive committee members of India Council, we have had signed MOU with Hope Foundation and Research Center in the year 2017. So, hope you still remember. And so these awards have been successfully now awarded for the last 3 years. Awards are in the name of Prahlad P. Chhabria, and he is the founder of Phenolics group of companies, instituted by his his daughter Aruna Katara ma'am. I'm very happy to be here to give you some statistics for 2020. The awards are to honor academic and professional achievement of young women engineers, and there are 2 awards. One is Best Outgoing Female Student of Faculty of Science, Engineering and Technology, and award 2 is for Best Women Engineer, Scientist and Technocrat in the early career stage. So the award includes rupees 1.25 lakhs and then a medal under citation. So awards have been past 3 years have been successfully already announced. Awards are announced on March 12th, that is Founders Day, Chabria's birthday. So this year also virtually awards were announced, and today award distribution is happening. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to present these awards to the awardees today during this successful leadership event, ma'am. So a quick glance at the applications, we could see we have received the applicants from across India, and this time we could have some of the Indian origin girls, females staying somewhere abroad also. We have received a couple of them from California as well. So this was for student category. The other is for professional category. So the awards, if you see, we have had received best student 1:40, almost 40, we can say as an average. So this is the kind of for best student, 30 applications received. After first level of verification, 15 were sent for shortlisting, and only one was chosen under best student category. So similarly, 42 applications were received for best professional, and then 26 were shortlisted. And this time we are very happy to share the best professional awards were shared by 2 women professionals. So with this, I would request and also welcome Aruna Katara, President Hope Foundation, to the panel and award ceremony. And also I would request Aruna Katara ma'am to say a few words.
Thank you, Rajshri. To all the dignitaries, the chair, co-chairs, the co-hosts, and all those concerned with this. I think this is the best platform that we could possibly have to announce the IEEE Engineering Women in Engineering Awards, because this is a leadership summit for women. And the idea being that we want to encourage women in science, technology, engineering. The idea being we want to empower women to start thinking.
A paper or some certificate can be given. And then madam said, no, we should not go for the certificate. Then we said, why not we can share some of the money in this? He said, no, we can give even the more. And I can tell you very happily, she agreed to go for the second awards up in these 2 categories with 50,000 in each. So he said the money is not a concern. We need the right people to get it, and so that this she can rely this the Sri Prahlad Pichharia. Madam, this is a very true moment, and very, I can say, emotional moment of this. We can see this is where your this dream is coming true. And at this moment, I really thank Pune section, India Council people, and your whole complete Hope Foundation led by you. That is coming forward, and we are going to sign the extension of this MU for next 3 years. That, and also we have changed the jurisdiction. It is not only India, we are going to take all the SAARC country. That is also more vibrant. And I hope in the future, this award will be one of the premium award with the Hope Foundation of IEEE India Council. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And in the same light, we made a small video of 5 minutes, which is we captured the moment of signing of this MOU. Let me try to share it without any difficulty. If I'm able to share it, I will. Otherwise, we'll continue with it, sir. Let me give a try.
Yeah. If you face any problem, then okay. And now it is coming. Okay.
Good afternoon, friends. It is my proud privilege to introduce to you my father, Prahlad P. Chhabria. P.P. Chhabria came to India before partition from Karachi and was a house help and shop help. It is this young boy
Sorry, I was on mute. So thank you very much, Vaidehi ma'am and Hope Foundation for this beautiful video, and extending the again my thank you goes to Hope Foundation President Aruna ma'am for extending this MOU the second time with IEEE India Council and IEEE Women in Engineering Affinity Group Pune section. So now most awaited part of the ceremony. So I would like to share the slides. So I'm just trying to do that. Yes, it is visible. So to continue with, I would request Singh sir to announce the best outgoing female student 2020. Award winner is Miss
So I
Janani.
happily take the name of Miss Janani for the best outgoing female student of year 2020 with the late Sri Prahlad P. Chavadia Award.
Thank you, sir. And Janani, can you come up and open your video?
Ma'am, there is a technical difficulty, but she can unmute herself.
Okay, okay. So this was the citation handed over to her, and a medal check already have been dispatched, and all the awardees have received it. If you are able to unmute yourself, would like to say a few words, Janani, you are welcome, please.
And many congratulations.
Janani, congratulations. You are able to hear us?
She can unmute.
She
says
can,
Janani.
Yeah, no, you have to make the panelist because she is the only audience, I believe.
Yeah, now you can hear.
Actually,
yeah, now okay.
We can hear you, Janani. Yes.
Thank you so much. So yeah, like
She's in panelist.
I'm very grateful for the Sri Prahlad P. Chhabria Award given by Hope Foundation and Research Center, and I'm very thankful to IEEE Council, India Council, and IEEE Pune section for this wonderful award and motivating me, and also all the girls like me, my juniors are also motivated to continue their research in STEM fields. It's really motivating to us. And I would also like to take this platform to thank my parents who had made me to go into engineering and to study engineering. And also my friends and mentors for their support throughout the 4 years and also now. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Janani. Congratulations. Keep motivating others.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah. May I request Aruna Katara ma'am to announce the next award? As I said, professional award for 2020 has been shared by two of them, Dr. Ishwar and Dr. Anupama Kovali. Request Aruna ma'am to announce. Aruna ma'am?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
The winner for this award is Dr. Esther. I am very proud to say that Dr. Esther has applied, and we have been very excited to receive her nominations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Dr. Esther, are you able to join and then unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I think my video is also visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the medal that I've received.
Please, ma'am.
So this is the citation. It is indeed a great honor and pleasure to be able to attend the Women in Engineering International Leadership Summit as a recipient of Sri Prahlad P. Chhabria Award for the year 2020. Firstly, all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, without whose mercy I would be nothing. The work we started was way back in 2011. It was initiated as a simple research on the development of textile antennas. And in Chennai, at least, the word textile resonates with the famous textile manufacturing hub, Kanchipuram. So we visited a household loom in Kanchipuram to understand how this process of weaving works and how we can modify it for the production of e-textile components. It turned out to be much easier than expected because the zari thread that they use in this Kanchipuram silk saris was made of the highly conductive silver material. Hence, a slight modification was all that was required to alter the process for the production of textile antennas and sensors. But beyond all this, I could see that this once sought after industry, the weaving industry, was dwindling in number. As I talked to people there, the lack of profit made the next generation seek greener pastures elsewhere. It was a very slow, painstaking work that took too much of their time and energy. And as me and my husband, we were returning back, we were speaking about this interesting indigenous fabric making art in our country that was dying a slow death. And we thought if we could combine our research into something useful for this community, and hence it was born the automated loom for the production of e-textiles, which was funded by DST Serb Government of India, a project that is very, very close to my heart. In this rewarding journey, I would like to thank some important people in my life. First, I thank my husband, Dr. Vimal, who was not only a supportive personal partner, he was also the source of many of my research ideas. I thank the four pillars of my family, my father, my mother, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law, who completely take care of my house. I would like to mention my daughter, Abigail, whose intelligence and independence allowed me to pursue my passion in research. Professionally, two people were instrumental for my growth. Dr. Malati, who is a professor, College of Engineering, Gindi, Anna University, who was my research supervisor. She initiated this interest on textile antennas. Then to Dr. S. Radha, who is a professor and head of Department of ECE, SSN College of Engineering, who always asked me to dream big. To all of them, I'm eternally grateful. Last but not the least, I thank Hope Foundation and Research Center, IEEE India Council, IEEE Pune chapter, who through this award has reinforced in me the need to push ahead in this work of mine and give back to the society through science. I congratulate my co-winner and place on record my deepest gratitude to Mrs. Aruna Katara, President, Hope Foundation and Research Center, for considering me worthy of this award. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sir, and congratulations. Keep inspiring many such women in future. Thank you so much. So thank you, ma'am. So I would now request Girish Khilari, sir, to announce the co-winner of Best Women Professional, Dr. Anupama Kowali. Girish, sir.
You're on mute.
So sorry, I was on. Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity to announce the winner in Best Woman Professional category, Dr. Anupama Kowali. So may I request her to come on video, and then if she could unmute herself and then share a few words with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Girish Khilari. For some reason, are you able to hear me?
Yes, we do. Yes.
For some reason, I have video issues. I'm not able to be on video, and I apologize for that to everyone. But I want to thank the IEEE Pune section. I want to thank the Hope Foundation, and I want to thank the IEEE India Council for recognizing the need to first give a chance for women professionals to shine, and of course for conferring this award to me, and like my co-winner, Mr. Dr. Esther has already named all the people I would have liked to thank. So they say behind every successful man there is a woman, and behind every successful woman there is a village. Actually, we have to thank the husbands, we have to thank mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, father, and most importantly my daughter as well, because she has been absolutely so understanding for all the work hours that we have to put in, and for all the visits that we have to do to disseminate the work, to actually carry forward meaningful work. So for all of this, of course, I'm thankful. More importantly, I'm thankful to my students, because they have put in with all the odd hours I make them work. At times they've written papers with me very late in the night, just because that's the only time my daughter would sleep and allow me to work. So I'm thankful to everyone to give me a chance to actually put my best foot forward, to make sure that I could be a good professional, and at the same time also be a good mother and a good wife and a good daughter and a good daughter-in-law. So this award is really a contribution from everyone involved. I thank everyone, as well as the reviewers, for actually taking the time to review all the applications and then give us this opportunity to talk about this. Thanks a lot.
Sorry, I was unmute. So thank you, Anupama ma'am. Congratulations to you. Again, going forward, as already mentioned by Singh sir and Aruna ma'am, the awards are going to be extended to SAARC countries, and award categories also have got one more additional award. So we have best outgoing female student as well as best outgoing female student, winner and runner. Similarly, both the categories in best women professional also. Very soon, please look out for HFRC website that has been already shown. So for the award application invitation, and please promote and apply for the awards. We want to have as many applications as sir mentioned. So we are also going to make it open for non-IEEE members also, as per suggestion by Dr. Singh sir. So with this, we come to a closure of this Hope Foundation Awards, and I would personally thank Singh sir, Puneet, the whole of IC Execom, and Preeti ma'am, Shivaji sir, as well as Jadeja sir, so for giving us an opportunity to discuss with you all and take it forward, the whole MOU process. And I would also thank the whole IEEE Pune section for backing this award to take it to India Council level, and now we are going to, of course, SAARC level. And of course, this was definitely would not have been possible without the idea of promoting vision of Prahlad P. Chhabria by Aruna ma'am, and our heartfelt thanks to Aruna ma'am for such a nice initiative. So thank you so much. Thank you one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
For the great initiative. Thank you, everyone, for the awards. Vamsi sir, can we go back to the presentation?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Vamsi, we
Mr.
can
Ma'am,
have
can
photo
you-
first.
Yes.
Yes.
As per Mathur sir said, we need to have a pic of all the volunteers who have done and all the people who are present here. So I request everyone please switch on their videos for a while so that we can take a pic along with the W.
So can we have B?
Excuse the screen.
Very difficult. Okay.
All the volunteers, please put on your videos.
Okay.
All the staff members.
Ramesh? Kirit? You have worked hard, so don't be shy in showing B.
Take the screenshots. Yeah.
Kirit?
Okay.
Sharp? Yes.
Okay. Done.
Arvind, we are unable to see B.
Yes, sir. Once again. How many times?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prerna ma'am, Ashish.
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू. बहुत अच्छा इवेंट रहा एंड एवरी मोमेंट मैंने तो दोनों दिन पूरा एंजॉय किया है. आई वाज देयर एवरी टाइम.
नहीं, सबने बहुत मतलब ऑडियंस ने सबने सुना. थोड़ा मतलब भी एक्साइटमेंट में हमारे स्पीकर्स थोड़े ज्यादा हो गए.
नहीं बहुत अच्छा था एंगेजमेंट. स्पीकर एंगेजमेंट ही तो मेन चीज इसका था. जो सब पूरे ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड से आए और सबने पूरा टाइम रहे.
अगले साल
सबकी अटेंडेंस पूरे टाइम थी.
अगले साल प्रेरणा करो, आप सोच सकती हैं अपने यहाँ कराने के लिए.
हाँ जरूर सर, जरूर सर. Thank you so much, sir.
Indian Council will give all
so
support.
Now,
Nair is here, I think.
Now I call the only a couple of
Go ahead, go ahead.
Not here.
Ends well, so Kamsi would be giving the vote of thanks now.
People here for the degree on the but for the my journey started 8 back we have but we are trying. There are so many exchanges with headquarters. Firstly, well, should start that and that is where it started with the team like
Vamsi, your voice is breaking. So why don't you switch off your, camera for some time? It's still breaking.
You can switch off your video and then it will be okay. Voice will be okay.
No, your voice has gone. Like it's on headphone, I guess now. Setting is on headphone. So
now is it better, ma'am?
No,
You're not audible.
Whatever setting you have done, please undo.
He's muted. Now unmute. Close your video.
No, but then he's on headphone, sir. He's on.
Now we are. Vamsi, yes?
Yes, now am I audible? Yeah.
Vamsi. Yeah.
Yes, very much.
Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe the bandwidth issue. Okay, so I just wanted to start with the team of 4, the website team, who started with us in the starting, Sandeep, Parag, Manogna, and Tanish. Without them, whatever we have done so far, it's not possible because they came up with first draft. We were not happy. Then we said, no, you have to do the best. And then we went back and forth. Hundreds of templates were searched and then came back. And then there was a team formed with the SAC team of Nagpur subsection. I'm going with the names. I really don't want to miss any single name. Ankita, Trishita, Anjali, Adisri, Shivam, Sai Prashant, Bhumika, Monica, Shivi Dubey, Devang Balaro, Adesh, Kirit, not to forget. Last 3 days, the screen time Kirit was having is equal to all the core committee here. And Rutvik, yes, Sandeep, Parag, Manogna, Tanishka, and Tushar. And with that said, I also wanted to thank our core committee who has been guiding through us, Faith Mishra, Secretary India Council, Jadeja sir, Treasurer India Council, Arvind sir, Ranjit sir, Kuldeep sir, and our advisors without whom we are not here, without whose support and guidance we are definitely not here. Starting with the Director of Region 10, Director-elect Deepak Mathur sir, Emi Yano, and Vice Chair, SN Singh sir, Karen Panetta, Supavade, Celia ma'am, Rajashri ma'am, Prerna ma'am, Girish sir, Ashish sir, Lakshmi ma'am, Rachana ma'am, Ramalata ma'am, Abhi Charmati, and not the least, this is the committee that last 4 days, the only thing is that we have to sit in front of the cameras and in front of the systems. Dr. Manoj Shanti, who and Ravi Kumar Tiwari, my special mention will go to, irrespective, it's not just about bringing the speakers, deciding everything, but for having a seamless experience that every person here is watching it live. It is because of these 2 people. And along with Kirit, these 3 people made everything seamless that there was no question. We have been sending hundreds of messages to them, make them panelists, make them audience, make them speaker, give them the presenter rights, not one-on-one. And Pooja ma'am and Prachi ma'am, special mentions goes to you. You put us in the right path. And my partner in crime, I would like to call here Amoli ma'am, because last 3 months, it is not a single day we left out a single message. It's that, okay, what we have to do now, what we have to do. And finally, the one who drove us all, irrespective of where we are and all, managing our work schedules, because Monday to Saturday we have our work schedules very badly packed up, even sitting in a position like a vice chancellor of the topmost private university at the moment. Every day evening, Preeti ma'am comes on to the call, say that, no, you guys are doing good, we have to improvise it better. Preeti ma'am, on program co-chairs and the volunteers. It would unfair of me if I won't thank you here, because it is because of you we are all here. It is because of our partner sections we are all here. It is because of our volunteers and advisors from India Council and across the region. Thank you so much, everyone. When I still remember my conversation with Tushar, when Tushar called me on the day one when we started, I realized that kya karna hai? I mean, how should we do this? Then I said that एक ही बात है तुषार, हमें benchmark set करना है, and I'm sure we have set a benchmark for the next year that people will definitely look back at ILS 2020 and they say that okay, these guys set a benchmark, we should beat them out now. So thank you so much, and with that said, I conclude as a summit co-chair, and thanks for all the opportunity and all. Now let's move to the national anthem, and let's call this summit a day.
Please stand by.
Manoj sir, can you please start the national anthem?
शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. I'm really sorry I missed one name, Prashant. He's also Prashant and Shivam, our social media guys who took it all over. So I just don't want to miss their names. Yes.
Thank you. And then Vamsi, all the speakers who have spared their time, audience, without whom this program would not have been. You need an audience, everybody. So, bye. See you next year. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Preeti ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am. Thank you all. Thank you, Vamsi.
Chalo, thank you.
Everyone. Thank you.
Manoj sir, end the call. End the event.